Barbara. It is Friday, August 21st. And I am having my second cup of coffee, and you know what that means. Things really went off the rails when I started talking about Dennis's great-grandmother losing her foot to diabetes, and I thought, okay, all right, hold on. What the heck? So I decided to start over. Thank you for coming. I did do my podcast yesterday. A little foreshadowing. I did not sew on my buttons, but I did it anyway, and I called it an FO, and I defy you to say it's not. Of course, the ironic thing is, and I said in my podcast, you know, as soon as it's cold enough, you know, I'll put the buttons on. But as I was heading down the steps, I thought, oh, let me just grab the sweater with the buttons. And I had forgotten my notions bag, and see if I can grab some thread real quick. And who knows, maybe I'll sew on buttons. I found thread fairly quickly that matched my sweater. So I have everything down here that I need to put my buttons on, and I might do that at some point in the near future, who knows. But I have a new project bag that I can put it all in to keep it all safe together, because I did also tell this story on my podcast, so you'll hear it twice today, but you'll hear it here first if you are an early watcher. Isabel's birthday is on the 26th, and I ordered her a kit to make a unicorn pillow from Amazon. And I had it gift bagged and paid postage, and you know. And it came yesterday. Here. I forgot to change the address. And who to send it to. So it came here. So annoying. But the bag it's in is like a gunmetal gray, a little bit of a sheen sparkle to it, but not a lot. It's not a very kid-friendly packaging. And it's kind of a nice big drawstring bag. It wasn't paper. So I've decided that's a that's a project bag, and I will wrap Isabel's present in wrapping paper and send it today. So I have to go to the post office today. I was going to send her books anyway. I sent Sammy a pile of books from our kids' book collection. Everything in my house is dusty from the books we already had, but we, so we have tons of books because we're readers and we want the girls to be readers, and so, we read to them their whole lives when they're here, but they're not here very much now. But I think we must have taken the Chew books when we went for Thanksgiving, because I could not find them anywhere. But we sent Sammy some other books that she would like, and so I'm going to was planning on sending Isabel books anyway, so I'm just going to make a big package and it'll be fine. But I think one of the books that I'm going to send her is this. Encyclopedia Prehistorica Dinosaurs. I heard about this book, I'm quite sure, from Amy Beth, the Fat Squirrel, by Robert Sabuda and Matthew Reinhardt. And where's the, all right, are you ready? Are you ready? This is how we used to do with the girls. Are you ready? So every page, isn't that wonderful? Every page has different dinosaurs and all kinds of things about dinosaurs. Now the girls have seen this book a lot, So it's well used, but it's still in pretty good shape. We are careful with it. But the little side panels have pop-outs too, so there's tons and tons of information. And Isabel's going to be in the 2nd grade, or has started 2nd grade, and I think she'll like to have that at her house. Apparently they have all different kinds of books like this on different themes, but the dinosaurs are very, very cool. So if you're in the market for a very, very cool book, I highly recommend it. We have had hours of fun over the years. At a younger age, opening everything and scaring each other. Because the Tyrannosaurus Rex is very scary. Anyway, so I found this, and this is going to go to Florida with the kit that didn't go from Amazon. Oh well, I have a new project bag. That's where I'm gonna slide my sweater and everything it needs till I'm ready to put those buttons on. Oh, but I did finish the podcast, and the crazy thing is, I did it pretty much in one take. I guess I've been practicing with you. Not a lot of editing, although I go and put the names of the patterns, and things like that I don't. I'm wearing my Edie sweater by Isabel Kramer, and I forgot to wear earrings today. So I'm wearing my Edie sweater. It is nice out here, but it is going to be muggier than it has been the last few days, but it's still going to be a pretty nice day, so that's fun. I was out here for most of the day yesterday, thinking about what I wanted to talk about and everything. But the truth is that, whatever I did to prepare for that podcast was not tons. And I could have done it weeks ago. Of course, I didn't have a lot of content, which is part of the problem, because of my mojo issues that you have heard ad nauseum. So anyway, I've declared that sweater done. I don't, in my mind, I'm calling it done. When I feel like I need the buttons, I'll put the buttons on. I don't have the little clear buttons that I wanted to put in the back to stabilize the buttons, so maybe I'll bring those down tomorrow, and then I'll have everything all together for when the mood strikes me. So that would be good. That will be good. But my knee was good all day yesterday. I didn't even remember to ice it. I've been wearing my sneakers religiously. I have to take my Aleve this morning, my last 2 pills, so my knee's gone on longer than I like to think. But I have been babying it. I haven't done anything with weird motions, so that's good. And and I slept okay. My nails are a wreck. I did my podcast with that. For some reason, my nail polish is like coming off, whatever. I never liked the green anyway, so I was ready for something new. And I have to cut my nails. They're getting way, way too long. They're gonna break. No dog sightings today. I'm sorry. They're up with Dennis, I guess. Pearl was down, but she's laying down inside. She didn't even come up to bed with us last night. Her legs bothered by, she doesn't relax. She wrestles and everything, and she still has that pulled muscle, and, it's hard to get her to relax. And by the end of the night, she's stiff and doesn't feel like doing steps. So we did not make her come down and come up with us, but we left the door ajar so she could come in, and she did. About 6:30 this morning she came in. So she was up with us when we woke up. She did lick me a little bit to tell me she was there. Maisie's up with Dennis in the bedroom, so she won't be down until he comes down, I don't think. Well, she has to go. Anyway, that's all. It's going to be a quiet day today. The podcast is all rendered. Dennis was feeling tired last night, I guess, and so he got off his computer earlier than usual. I've got this shifted schedule now, and so I'm not going to bed till like 1 o'clock, and he got off his computer at 11:30, and I'm like, I can edit my podcast in, whatever the length of the podcast is, plus 15 minutes. If I don't have to do a lot of editing, if I'm just adding, the names of the patterns and things like that, which is what I did last night. It was really pretty much one take, even though I had to turn the camera off when Maisie started barking downstairs and out the front door, which is right under where I'm recording, so I had to wait for her to stop barking. But, that's just putting two videos together. It's no big deal. So I didn't even cut out the bad word I said. I just left it. I'm like, okay, fine. So I started editing my podcast at 11:30 last night, and I launched it to render as I was going to bed. So it's all rendered, so it just needs to be uploaded onto YouTube, which will take a little while. But I also have to look up get some links and things to Christy's podcast and to Simona's website, since I talked about them, and list the, patterns I mentioned, which, see, my nail polish is gone. I'm just sitting here peeling off my nail polish. It's green. It's going in the grass. So anyway, so I was able to get that done. So the podcast will be up relatively shortly after this goes up today. So that'll be good. And that's that. And it was hardly anything to do. It's so crazy that I turned it into this whole big deal. It took me an hour. On face facts, I could sit here and talk to you for an hour. In fact, some days I almost do, because I do 2 takes. It's just that, I don't have as much content without showing all my knitting and everything. I don't know. Time of Corona, you do what you do. Anyway, it's working for me. I'm feeling better today. I'm not bright and perky. I didn't sleep great. I slept okay. I do need to think about getting up earlier, I think. But I've said that before, I mean, at some point, it's like, quit whining about it and just friggin' do it, right? But I feel pretty good. The cicadas are in voice. I'm not hearing any birds. We haven't heard our bird in a really long time, have we? Dennis thinks that they had a nest somewhere, which I'm sure is true, and not in our window box, but somewhere, and their babies are gone. And they're probably not local winter birds, so they have moved on. But we enjoyed them while they were here, that's for sure. So, but it just seems noisy, like things going on, backup beeps and a lot happening, so who knows. So I don't have much to talk about, so I guess I'll stop. But I did do a podcast, so that'll be up for you. You'll have plenty of me to watch. And I can't think of anything else to tell you, and if I do, I'll try to remember to write it down and tell you tomorrow. Because I'll talk to you tomorrow. It's not like it's going to be 2 months like the podcast. Oh, I picked winners. I picked winners for the Craft From Your Stash Make-Along. I picked 2 yarn winners. They are Aunt Debbie, Antdebbie, Aunt Debbie, And Maja 1996, I think, or 98. Maja, M-A-J-A. She lives in the Faroe Islands. How crazy is that? I gotta get my map out. And the pattern winner is Lynn Clary, Lynnnclarey. So if you're any of those people, you're winners for the Craft from Your Stash Make-Along. And I need to figure out a way to do a make-along and interact with people without using Ravelry, since so many people are not on Ravelry these days. It's no longer as inclusive as it should be. I mean, it hasn't been for over a year anyway. And now more people are realizing that it's not the end-all and be-all, so it's making it harder to do like a make-along. It was always, you know, nice to have a central location where everybody could gather, but that's not happening anymore. So maybe I'll try to do any other make-alongs, like using YouTube comments and people, you know, when I pick from a YouTube comment. But you can't like show pictures of your finished objects and stuff on YouTube. I don't know what to do, but I don't like Facebook. I'm not a big fan of Facebook, so I hate to go there. I don't even know, whatever. If you have any suggestions of somehow, you know, that would be easy for people who aren't very computer literate, so I don't have to get Dennis involved. Anyway. Just a thought, because I'm not sure what to do. Without Ravelry available to everybody, I'm not sure what to do. So I'm just on Ravelry because I don't know what else to do, but if you have some suggestions, I might have to. Maybe we start a Facebook group. I don't know. But Zuckerberg. Titans. I don't want him having access to your beautiful pictures of knitted things. Anyway, he already does because they're on Instagram. But not everybody's on Instagram either. I'm on Instagram. I mean, we could do something with Instagram and have a hashtag where I'm actually pulling things, and then you could contact me, tell me your address via instant messenger or by, you know, by emails and stuff. Who knows? Think about that. I would like your feedback on, you know, how to run a make-along. How to host a make-along without Ravelry. Great minds, you know, put our heads together. See if we can figure it out. So I will say goodbye. I'm very, very rambly, but, you know, I went down a different path this time because the other one was not a nice ending. I don't know what that was all. Anyway, I will talk to you tomorrow. I will talk to you later today if you want to watch a podcast, but I recorded it last night. But I will definitely talk to you tomorrow. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for being my community. Thank you for being there for each other. I love it when you comment on each other's comments and, you know, help out and whatever. It's so amazing to me, and thank you so much. And we will get through this. We will get through this together. We're lucky to have our knitting or our crocheting or our crafting or whatever it is that we're doing to stay sane. At least the baseball season started, so the in-laws have the baseball. That's good. All right, I will talk to you tomorrow. Please, please stay safe and stay sane.